Welcome students. In standard 8 maths topic number 13 congruence of triangle. Student, we had already learned about congruence of triangle and also we had learned some tests on the congruence of triangle. What are that tests we had learned? Are you remember that test? We take revision of this test first. What are the tests we had seen? First test we had seen is SAS test. First test we had seen is SAS test. What is meant by SAS test? Two side and included angle. We define that test as if two sides and the included angle of the triangle are congruent with two corresponding sides and included angle of the other triangle, then the two triangles are congruent with each other. दोन साइडांच्या मधल्या अँगलवर तुम्ही लक्षात ठेवायला सांगितलं. सेकंड टेस्ट वी हॅड सीन इज SSS टेस्ट. What is meant by SS test? Three sides of one triangle are congruent with corresponding three sides of the other triangle. We define that as if three sides of a triangle are congruent with corresponding three sides of the other triangle, then we call it as SSS test. Okay, and then third test we had seen ASA test. What is the ASA test? Two angles and included side. Means here if two angles and included side of a triangle are congruent with corresponding two angles and included side of the other triangle, then we say that two triangles are. If two angles and included side of a triangle are congruent with two angles corresponding to angles and included side of other triangle, then the two triangles are said to be congruent with each other. Then we had seen fourth test is AAS test. Means here two angles and side. What is the test? If two angles of a triangle and a side not included by them, दोन अँगल असणार आहे त्यांच्यात, not included side असणार आहे. Two angles and a side not included by them of a triangle are congruent with corresponding two angles and side not included by them, then we call this test as AAS test, or you may write this as SAA test. Okay, and last one test we had seen is hypotenuse side test. This test is for right angled triangle. Here we define as if hypotenuse and one side of a right angled triangle is congruent with corresponding hypotenuse and one side of the other right angled triangle, then these two triangles are said to be congruent by hypotenuse side test. We had all tests learned in the last video. Now we will see examples on this test. Last video we seen the examples to understand the test only. Now we will see some more examples on this test. So let's start. Now we will see examples on this test. What is the question 1 given here? See, in the figure, parts shown by identical marks are congruent. इथं identical marks दाखवले आहेत. इथं identical mark दाखवले आहे बघा. MS is congruent with PT. State the test and one-to-one correspondence of vertices by which triangles in each pair are congruent. We have to write the test name by which the two triangles are congruent, and we have to write one-to-one correspondence. And remaining congruent parts. Also, we have to write remaining congruent parts. Means in that question, we have to write the test name, one-to-one correspondence, and remaining congruent parts. Okay, understand what we have to find here? So let's start. First we write test for these two triangles. Observe these two triangles. This is triangle MST and this is triangle MBT. In these two triangles, you observe what is congruent. MS is congruent with BT and angle S is congruent with angle B. Therefore, and side MT is here congruent side. So here we write X C in triangle MST and triangle MBT. These two triangles, see what are the given? Side MS. First point is given, side MS is congruent with side BT. Given here, we write reason. Okay, here dot करून हे reason लिहायचे. Second, here see, observe angle. This angle is angle S means MST, congruent angle MBT, because each 90 degree. And third one, see here. Here MT is hypotenuse, so here hypotenuse MT is congruent with hypotenuse MT because this is common side. It is both in the triangle. See, in this both triangle MT is common, so therefore these both triangles are congruent. By which correspondence we write? Therefore, by we have to write one-to-one correspondence. What is the correspondence? See here, S ला कोणता आहे B. S ला कोणता आहे B. MS we write as B. MS we write as BT, B or BT, and then MST we write as TBM. So by this correspondence, triangle MST congruent triangle TBM by hypotenuse. Which test we have used? Hypotenuse side test. This test name is hypotenuse side test because here hypotenuse is congruent and one side is congruent. Therefore, these two triangles are congruent by MST, one-to-one correspondence, TBM. Okay, understand? We have written test and one-to-one correspondence. Now remaining congruent parts. Therefore, remaining congruent parts. Which are the remaining congruent parts here? Remaining congruent parts. Two sides are given. Now remain side BM. Side BM congruent with ST. Side ST congruent with side BM. And what is the other remaining part? This angle S is gone. Then which angle is M? Angle M means angle STM. Angle M means here angle SMT. SMT congruent angle. Angle M ला कोणता congruent आहे बघा? M means angle BMT. BMT. And angle T. What is meant by T? STM. C angle T ला कोणता आहे? M. Angle M ला कोणता आहे? T. We write T as MTB. And last remains angle is angle M and angle T. We write M as angle MSMT. M ला कोणता आहे बघा? T. We write T as So these are the remaining parts. Okay, understand the first example. Here we find the tester, right tester, then one-to-one correspondence and the remaining congruent parts we have shown. हे सोडून राहिलेले कॉम्पाउंड पार्ट्स होते. दोन साइड दिले, एक साइड राहिली दिलेली आपण आणि एक अँगल दाखवलाय, त्यामुळे हे दोन अँगल आपण इथं लिहिलेले आहेत. ओके, अंडरस्टँड. नाउ सी द सेकंड क्वेश्चन. सेम क्वेश्चन हियर we have to write tester, one-to-one correspondence and remaining congruent parts of this figure. So what is the figure here? See, observe the figure here. Two triangles are found. Name these two triangles. This is one triangle and this is second. This is first and this is second triangle. Here we have to make these two triangles congruent by any test, any of the 5 tests. So here you observe, this is PR congruent with RT given, RQ is congruent with RS is given, and here observe, these are the opposite angles. हे कसले angles आहेत? Opposite angles आहेत. म्हणजे कुठली टेस्ट येणार भेटतं? साइड अँगल साइड, दोन साइडच्या मधला अँगल means which test? SAS test. So we write here in triangle, name the triangle PRQ and triangle in triangle PRQ and SRT. SRT. What is given here? First 3 points are given here. What are the 3 points? First, side RP congruent with side RT given. Then angle C, PRQ triangle से लिखना, PRQ ची साइड लिहिली आहे आपण बघायचं इथं. चुकून हे इकडे हे इकडे होऊ शकते आपलं. त्यामुळे ह्या ट्रायंगलची साइड इथे लिहिली आहे, त्या साइड ट्रायंगलची अँगल लिहिलेला आहे पाहायचं. अँगल देन अँगल ऑपोजिट अँगल्स PRQ, angle PRQ congruent angle SRT because opposite angles. And last one, RQ is congruent with RS. Side RQ congruent with side RS. It is also given. Therefore, by which correspondence we write one-to-one correspondence? See, angle भी आपला R ला कोणता आहे? R. We take R middle. कुठेही सुरुवातीला घ्या, middle ला घ्या की लास्ट ला घ्या, पण एकाच ठिकाणी घ्यायचं. मी middle ला घेते. Then PR ला कोणता आहे? TR. PR remains Q. Here TR remains S. By this correspondence, triangle PRQ congruent triangle TRS, and which test is here? Two side and between included angle. Two side and included angle. Two side included angle. Two side included angle. We call this test as SAS test. So we write one-to-one correspondence. Test ला आपण राहिलेलं आहे remaining congruent parts. Now we write remaining congruent parts. Remaining congruent parts. Which are the remaining congruent parts? दोन साइड दाखवल्या, मग एक साइड राहिली कोणती? PQ. PQ ला कोणतं येणार आहे? TS. साइड PQ congruent side PS. And which angle remains? Angle A झाला R. कोणता राहिला? P ला कोणता राहिला? S. Angle P ला कोणता येणार आहे? Angle T. Angle P congruent angle T. And which angle remains? Angle R झाला इथं. कोणता राहिला? Q ला कोणता येणार आहे? S. Angle Q congruent angle S. So these are the remaining parts of that triangle. Okay, understand? Now see the third figure. We have to show these two triangles are congruent. This is the first triangle and this is second triangle. We have to prove these two triangles are congruent. So let's start. How to make these two triangles congruent? triangle DCH and triangle DCF. Which are the congruent parts are here shown? See, 3 parts are given. Angle H congruent with angle F. Angle H means angle DHC congruent with angle DFC. It is given. Angle C is here given. Angle H DCH congruent with angle DCF. It is also given. And observe these two triangles DCH and DCF. Observe these two triangles. Here DC is common side, DC congruent side DC, because common side. Therefore, by which correspondence is here? Write HF, then CC, and remains HCD, FCD. By this correspondence, triangle HCD congruent triangle FCD. You may write this as DCH and DCF. You may write this way, or CDH and CDF. You may write all in this way. Okay. Anyway, you may write DCH, DCF, or CDH, CDF. You may write. Therefore, the remaining congruent parts are. Therefore, remaining congruent parts. Which are the remaining congruent parts here? दोन एंगल झाले. कुठले कुठले रे? H चा काय, C झाला. H झाला, C झाला. कोणता राहिला? D angle. What is the angle D? CDH. Angle CDH congruent angle CDF. Congruent angle CDF. And which side remains? HC, FC. Side HC congruent side. HC ला कोणता आहे? FC. FC. And आणि कोणती साइड राहिली? कोणती साइड राहिली बघा? HD आणि HD कुठे आहे बघा? HD ला कोणता येणार आहे? FD. साइड HD congruent side. HD congruent side FD. Okay. In this question we had seen on which test the two triangles are congruent. Also we had written one-to-one correspondence and also remaining congruent parts. Now see the last question. In the figure, segment AD is congruent with segment AC. Which additional information is needed to show that triangle ABD and triangle EBC will be congruent by AAS tester? See which is the triangle ABD means this first triangle and EBC means this is the second triangle. We have to make these two triangles congruent by AA test. So which information is needed here? See first given in triangle ABD and triangle EBC. We have to make AAS test. Means here S is given and we have to find angle, two angles. We have to find two angles. Which two angles must be same for this? See. Which two angles are needed to show triangle ABD congruent triangle EBC? The information needed is, what information we have to read? S is given, AD is congruent to EC is given. Now two angles we have to make congruent. Which two angles you make congruent? See here. Included side नको आपल्याला, म्हणजे अँगल कुठला घेऊ शकता तुम्ही? हा एक घेऊ शकताय आणि इथला ए सी घेऊ शकताय. Which angle we take? Angle DAB, congruent angle ECB. Each first angle DAB, congruent angle BCE, and second one, which angle we have to need? Angle ABD, angle ABD, congruent angle EBC. We take this angle, see, observe this angle, and these are the opposite angles. So this is AAS test. Or you take for here angle is to equal sign घेतला चालेल. Or you take angle D and E, angle ADB, congruent angle BEC, and second angle B means ABD, congruent angle EBC. These two conditions are additional needed to show these two triangles congruent by AAS test. Okay, because your side is given and we have to find AA angle, means this side is not included by these two angles. So we take this angle though, these two angles and side, these two angles and side, or we take these two angles and side, these two angles and side. Okay, this example is different from previous three examples. Here we have to need which two we have to need what is the additional information to make these two triangles are congruent. Okay, understand? हे पण चालेल किंवा हे पण चालेल, ए टेस्ट न दाखवतात दोन्हीपैकी कुठलेही घेतले तरी चालेल. Okay students, so students, in the topic congruence of triangle, we had seen first with the activity how to make the two triangles congruent. In how many way we can write these two triangles congruence, that is test for congruence. SSS test, SAS test, AAS test, or SAS test, and then ASA test, hypotenuse side test, and we had seen examples on this test. We use the test in that examples. So students, your today's homework is try to solve practice set 13.2 in your notebook. Okay, you try to solve both exercises in your notebook.